All right, I got a little project. I don't have a way to carry my spare tire. Was gonna do it in the rack, now I got solar. So now I'm gonna make a bracket to go off the front. I don't want to bolt it to the nose of my bus, so I'm gonna make a bracket that bolts to the bumper. So this is kind of what I've got. I hope you guys can kind of see what's going on here now. Of course, this plate, we're gonna go ahead and weld it on there. And it should be heavy duty enough. I mean, this stuff is thick. And I'm gonna go ahead, I'll probably put a strut on this thing just in case. But yeah, it's gonna really help out because these tires are so wide that allows it to step it away from the tire also. Kind of setup I've got here, got my mark there. I'm gonna use this awesome clutch saw, and hopefully it does well. And I've got this old cutting lubrication. I don't know if it's any good anymore, but I'm gonna use this with it just to see if I can make that blade last a little bit longer. But yeah, let's see how this goes. Stuff over back into the hole a little bit more. It said it was smokeless, and it certainly is. It says it makes it cut fast too. Here we go. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and put the phone down where that I can adjust the speed and see if the speed makes a difference. I've got it about medium. Seems to be good. Yep, that made a perfect cut. Wow, this is pretty cool. Love this saw, dude. I think. Forgot I had a piece laying underneath it, so luckily it wasn't anything that was super precise I needed. Okay, so you kind of get an idea what's going on. This piece down here at the bottom of the front of the bus is like super thick steel. So I'm gonna weld that onto there and then up to here. And I may end up having to put some gussets or something on it. I don't really know. I'm gonna kind of wing it to see what we get done. But now I need to figure out where the holes are gonna be, where I can drill the holes in the drill press before I weld anything together. All right, now the holes are drilled all the way through the top of the bumper. I'm gonna let these batteries charge up overnight where I can go all the way back through to the bottom. And then I think I'm gonna trim these edges here. That way when the bumper goes up over this, because only about this part of it's gonna show in the back. And I'm gonna weld that bar up right here. It's pretty cool. I cleaned it up around where the areas I'm gonna be welding. I'm gonna leave a lip in the back to move it out just a little bit more, but I've got plenty of room to put a big thick bead across the back. Big thick bead down the sides. I'm gonna run the bead in two sections on the front, leaving about ½ inch in the middle in case I need to cut a wedge and put it in there as a strut. I gotta figure out that after I get this all together. All right, so what I've done so far is I welded this on front and back and on the end and underneath, and I put it on thick. I'm not much of a finesse welder by any means. I'm more of a dabber. Now I've got this section down here, and we'll see how well we can get this done. I've left a space on the back side where I can put a nice fat weld on the back too. So we'll see how this works. It may work. I may end up putting a winch in the holes. Well, it's not pretty. I think them welds will hold. I triple stacked them all the way around the base of this thing. So hopefully that'd be a thick and hard enough weld for a spare tire to hang on up there. Did it all the way around. And on the back, I kind of gobbed it on there and just built it up and built it up and built it up all the way around the top of it and then all the way down the other side. So yeah, we'll let this thing cool down and go try it on, see if it fits. That's not looking right at all. Let me go get the tire and see what the deal is with it. Maybe I may have to shim the front of this thing to kick it back or something. We'll see. Yeah, that's not correct. I'll have to cut it, lean it back, and regroup. Dang it. All right, guys. I cut some of the bracket off where it would fit inside the tire rather than up against the face of it. And so it seemed to snug it up in there. The only thing I need to do now is it's at an angle, so this bottom lug nuts won't want to come through. And I'm thinking maybe I can get one of those type of those lug nuts. It's like an acorn or something. It's got like a little bit of space on it that could get in there and turn it on to tighten this thing up. I don't have the back bolts in yet. I'll see when back bolts get in how well it's going to do. But yeah, it's coming along. Yeah, I'm back at Lowe's. I had to get some more bolts. The back ones on the bumper are thicker. I think the front side of the bumper was 4 1/4. These are 4 1/2. So we'll get back home and get this thing buttoned up. What's up, guys? Next day. I'm going to, I took the mount it back on here. Kind of show you what I've got in mind. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut these off. They're not necessary. Then I'm going to fill this whole section full of weld. Make sure that that is as stout as it can be, because it was welded on both sides. And previously I had it welded on the top, but I cut that off where it would fit inside the tire. So I'm going to do that. And then I've been grinding on a wedge of metal, this right here. I need to grind the back off just a little bit more where it'll fit in there nice and close and snug. And then I'm going to weld it and weld it and weld it to make sure that it has as much strength as possible. So that's kind of where I'm at. Okay, that's a lot more. So let's go see if it'll fit. Now, I have so much stuff in my garage right now, guys. I need to get this butts buttoned up and get back on my bug, because I'm really hating not having any room. Let's try this out. Let's see. Yeah, I need a little bit more. Almost there though. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Let me keep grinding. All right, guys, there you go. That's a huge little slab of metal to give some extra strength to this thing. I think that will help tremendously. Let's get that welded up. Get a better look at it on this side. That should do it. Hopefully it'll still clear the bumper. Okay, that's like about 10 pounds of weld. It is horrible, but it is thick. I really need to learn how to weld. It's kind of hard too, because I'm using a really thin wire that you use when you do panels. So I'm having to figure out the timing and stuff. I'm using that as an excuse. Anyway, it's welded. It ain't coming loose. The top one came out a little bit better. Oh, also, I think I may be able to take these rubbers off of here and then have enough to kick the tire back, or yeah, kick the tire back where this one will poke through, and I won't have to figure out how to modify that. So we'll see. I did go ahead and cut the extra off of there. Yeah, man, that's looking pretty legit. I just gotta figure out how to fix this bottom part, and I should be good. Well, all 4 of the bolts are in, just to see, and that thing is solid. I feel good about that. I still need to get one of those lug nuts that goes in a rim. That way I can make this as solid as possible, but I don't think that's coming off there. That'll work. Well, I don't think my little wedge could have been any bigger. If I had that bumper be able to bolt on, but yeah, it's gonna bolt on. I think that's gonna work. Now I just gotta take it off and paint it.